So, you care. You care about audio quality. You're like Beethoven if he had ears. In my opinion, audio quality is more important than video. You could have a shaky cell phone video with excellent audio. Hi there, I'm Jack Cunningsworth. Buy my DVDs. I'm naked in them. And that would be more enjoyable than watching your fancy DSLR with the blurriest background you ever seen in your life, with poor audio quality. Hi there. I hope you don't mind the fan running in the background. I'm trying to blow my cat away from me. He's licking me. They have the sharp tongue. So I care about your ears and what they experience during my videos. So I got 3 new mics, 1 more on the way, which I will add in later in this video. We're gonna test them, we're gonna battle the shotgun mic versus the lav mics, see what's better in all situations. I'll go outside, I'll stay inside, I'll do vlogging handheld length. We'll test everything. What would you rather have, the new Rode Videomic Pro Plus versus a lav mic? And we'll do the tests. Let's do this. For the animals, Okay, so I'm filming on the Panasonic G85 with my Mitacon 25mm f/0.95 lens for that blurry. There's nothing in the background. There, look how blurry that is. For those who care, I film at f2 now, so at least some of my face remains in focus instead of just the end of my nose. So for the last 2 years or so, maybe even 3 now, I've been using the Mic J044 mic. It's a lav mic. It's one of the 3 I got pinned to my shirts. We're gonna do this right. So I'm using this directly plugged into the G85 with an extension cord. And the mic, it's all right. It's an okay mic, but it does clip. If I put it up here, it will clip. So I can't do it. It has to be a little lower towards my nipple area. That's okay. I don't mind electronics near my nipples. So we're gonna test all the different mics and the shotgun mic that's on the camera right now, the brand new Rode Videomic Pro Plus. And what I want you to pay attention to, just the clarity of my voice. What sounds most enjoyable to you? The bass of the voice. I like the deep bass. So this is the Mic J044. This is what the mic sounds like. This is my beautiful voice with this mic. That's wonderful. Now we're listening to the Rode Smartlav Plus. It's designed for smartphones, but I got a little connector adapter and we're using it now plugged right into the camera. Now we're listening to the Sennheiser Me2, which actually would not plug into the extension cord. It has a weird thing on the end of the cord which won't plug into a lot of things, so it's plugged directly into the camera. The cord is longer than my other mic, so technically it will probably work. Okay, this is the Sony ESM CS3. It's a cheaper mic, but I was hoping that somehow Sony mic and the Sony camera would be compatible together. They wouldn't be too loud. So I'm not sure how good the quality is going to be on this thing, but this is the Sony. Now we're listening to the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. It's on top of my camera. We are exactly, so 3.6 feet away. I cannot touch it. My arms are not midget arms. That's how far away I am. It's further than arm's length. And this is what this sounds like. I imagine there's a bit more echo. Okay, now what I've done, I put the Rode on my other camera, connected it with the cord into that camera, so it's a little closer to me now. So now we're talking about 1.5. So this is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus, about 1.5 feet away from my mouth. And this is what people usually do with shotgun mics if you can. You get it as close as possible to your mouth, no matter what the mic is. And that way it'll pick up less background noise. Now we're listening to the Sennheiser Me2, which actually would not plug into the extension cord. So now I want to do a vlog test. I'm going to test the mic handheld, and then I'll go outside with my little camera, see what happens in a noisier environment. I'm going to test everything. Okay, now we're vlogging handheld distance. I got this tripod that I always use with this mic, and this is exactly 2.7 feet from my mouth, from that mic to my mouth. So this is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus vlogging distance. This is what it sounds like in my kitchen. This is my original mic, the mic G85. So we compare that to the other mics. What sounds better? This is the one you're used to. And what sounds better? Do you notice a difference? Are any of the other mics better than this one? This is the Rode Smartlav Plus vlogging distance, although distance doesn't matter. I could move the camera anywhere and the mic should sound the same. And this is the Sennheiser Me2. So is this mic better than any of the previous mics? Are we clipping? This one seems to be the quietest of all mics. And here's the Sony CS3. It's a cheaper mic. I don't have much hope, but you never know. Sometimes the little guy wins the race. And now we're gonna test the Rode Videomic Pro Plus from behind. So I'm just filming my potatoes boiling away here. There's a beet in there. That's why everything's all red. So what sounds better, the mic from behind or one of the lav mics? Okay, now my original mic, the mic G85 is plugged in and we're filming away, but the lav shouldn't sound any different than it sounded before. What's better, this or the Rode Videomic Pro Plus? So this is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus, just 1 foot away. This is probably the ultimate quality. Let's move back. This is 2 feet away now. Probably sounds just a little worse, a little more echoey. This is 3 feet away, getting a little more echoey, I imagine. I can already hear it. How can I hear that? Okay, this is 4 feet away. I'm no longer adjusting focus. I'm just gonna let myself get blurrier and blurrier. We're at 5 feet now, and this is exact. I'm not just estimating here. This is 5 feet. Okay, this is 10 feet away from the camera. This is unusable audio, I imagine. If you ever find yourself in this situation where you're 10 feet from the camera and you're trying to use a shotgun mic on top of your camera to capture your voice, just drink water and inhale it. Breathe in, because you're not meant for this earth. Okay, now we're gonna test the Sony X3000 indoors. This is just the in-camera audio right now. And we are roughly less than 2 feet away from the camera. So this camera actually has pretty good microphone. So most times I just use it like this, but sometimes I like to plug in my lav mic to it. So it's a little more annoying. You are tethered to the camera now, but this is my original mic, the mic G85. It's a great mic. It was 40 bucks on Amazon, Canadian. And the reason I'm trying to upgrade is because it clips in this mic, no matter what, even if it's down low here, this camera, the Sony X3000, is too loud. So I'm hoping to find a mic that is quieter and doesn't clip. So let's see if the other two are like that. Okay, so now we're using the Rode Smartlav Plus. Does it clip? I mean, I will know. You probably won't be able to tell, but I will test it in my audio program, Adobe Audition. Here's the Sennheiser Me2. This is supposed to be the quietest mic, so this is the one that I had hoped for, that wouldn't clip. It would be so silent, but I have a feeling that this camera is just gonna boost the gain no matter what mic I use. Okay, so here's the Sony CS3, and let's hope. Okay, so what I wanna do right now, I've determined out of the lav mics that the Sennheiser Me2 is the best. So I wanna test it out in a noisy area. The street is right by me. There's cars going by me like crazy. Bus in the background. You bus, I will bust you in the head. So I figure we'll compare the best lav mic to the shotgun mic and see how they compare out in a loud environment like this. So you've been listening to the Sennheiser Me2. The bus is gone. Here's just regular cars going by. This is life. That's a big truck. Cars. Now we'll switch over to the Rode. Let's see what the difference is. So now we're using the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. There's some cars going by. It's really windy now. It was windy before, but I have a windscreen, so you probably couldn't hear it. I don't have the wind dead cat for this thing yet. So this is the Rode Videomic Pro as cars go by. So this is the Sennheiser Me2 plugged into the Panasonic G85. Car going by. Now we'll plug it into the Sony X3000 just to see the difference. So this is the Sony X3000 now. A little more car action happening. But this is the Sennheiser Me2 plugged into the Sony. So it is quite different. It's so much louder. Sony just boosts it. I hate that. So I'm just walking along the street with the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. I just want to see if I can do these walk and talk videos with this microphone, how it compares to the lav mic and as cars go by. So cars are going by right now. Does the audio stay on my voice or does it go over to them too much? That's what we have to find out. Compared to the Sennheiser, as I walk along the same street with cars going by me in the background, I imagine the lav is superior, but you tell me. Here's the Rode Videomic Pro with the little Sony camera. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. But if I could carry this thing around, develop a little rig for it, might actually work. It's so awkward to hold the size of this thing. It's so much bigger than the camera. It's like twice the size of the camera. Carry that around. And here's the Rode Videomic Pro Plus with the 75 Hertz cutoff filter happening. Does it cut off anything? And here's the Rode Videomic Pro Plus with the 150 Hertz cutoff setting. I think it's supposed to help with wind and maybe cars. Of course, now that I want cars to come, there's no cars anywhere. Okay, one thing I want to test on this noisy street is the high pass filter cuts on this on the Rode Videomic Pro. You just had to be in the video. Okay, so we're using the Rode Videomic Pro with no cut filters whatsoever. So we're gonna put on the 75 Hertz cut. So this is with the 75 Hertz cut filter on, which is supposed to cut out the low rumblings. So I'm wondering if it will cut out car noise. That's the real test. So here's a bus coming by. Let's see if it cuts out the bus noise as it goes by. Did it cut it out or did it not? So that's what we'll test. And now we're at the 150 cutoff point, which will probably take out some of the bass in my voice, which I hate, but it should cut out some of the car rumblings. Not a lot of cars are coming, they're going slow. Now just some regular cars. That's the thing, because sometimes you vlog out in public and there's cars everywhere. It's tough to hide. I just want to hide. But this mic seems to be clipping quite a bit, even though the volume's all the way down. My goodness. Oh, the darkness is upon us. The apocalypse. I messed it up. It's too bright now. So this is just in an echoey place. Do you vlog in lobbies? Because if you do, boy, is this test going to be useful for you. Compare that with the Sennheiser in the same lobby. Just walking around the lobby. Very echoey. Look at all that stuff. This is the Sennheiser in an elevator. This is what it sounds like if you're vlogging in an elevator. I'm leaning towards this being the superior one. I was thinking the Sennheiser, but that thing might be it if I get one of those furry windscreens for it. I'm not kidding you when I say I just tried to put my lens cap in the lock to get in my house. That just happened. I pulled out my lens cap and then as I was putting it on the lock, I realized that it wouldn't do much and I'd be out here for a long time. All right, here's the deal with this shit. I've been playing around with these microphones for 3 days now. So I've determined, out of all the mics we've tested, The Sennheiser Me2 sounds the best to me, but it has major problems. The connector, you piece of connector shit. Sometimes I like to plug my lav mic into this Zoom H1 for the ultimate quality when I want it. That's what you're listening to right now, and you're blown away. You can't even handle it. And the Sennheiser pops out. It doesn't even stay in because it has this stupid locking mechanism. It's designed to be plugged into a wireless mic, and I can't find a converter for it. I saw one in the UK and it was like $90, more than the mic. It also won't plug into my extension cord, so it's a major drawback. It's the perfect mic. I loved it. I loved everything about it, but it doesn't plug into things that I need it to plug into, so it's going back. It's unfortunate. I want to cry. And the other mics, the Rode Lav, that thing doesn't sound any better than this mic here, and neither did the other one. And that brings us to the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. Is it worth it to have this shotgun shoot you in the face mic? Right now, this thing is less than a foot away from me. That's what you're listening to right now. I have it very close to me, and it's plugged into the camera there. And this thing, I just discovered this. Look at this. Here's me without it. Here's me with it. It brings the light, it reflects light off a little bit. How amazing is that? Are you amazed? I'm freaking amazed. I'm holding it here like an idiot. So right now you're just listening to my old lav mic, the Mic J044 that I bought for $40 3 years ago. And it's plugged into the Zoom H1. And now we're comparing that to the Rode Videomic Pro Plus that I just spent $440 on. Does it even sound better? I mean, when it's this close, it's not bad. But does it even compare to my $40 mic here? I don't think it does. And when we're handheld, I'm like 2 or 3 times this far away. So this is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus vlogging distance. This is what it sounds like in my kitchen. Doesn't seem worth it to me. So it was a complete fail. I was hoping to get a better quality mic, and I didn't find one. But I did learn some things. What I learned was pretty much any mic plugged directly into a camera is not going to sound as good as it could. It's not the ultimate solution. It's convenient, but it's not sounding very good. Both of these cameras sound like crap with every mic plugged into it. So the options are either recording separately with the Zoom H1, or I just discovered preamps, which amplify the signal directly into your camera. It wouldn't be a solution for this thing because it's like 5 times the size of it, but that might be the only way to get amazing audio quality. You can get this sounds fine, but I want super fine. So if you're an audio expert, post your tips down below. What is the ultimate solution? I mean, most of what I do is just either handheld vlogs or sitting like this. Post your tips down below and tell me which mics that we tested today. What was your favorite mic? Might as well, even though I'm sending them all back. So I think we're done here for today. Thank you for watching. This video was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. I did a lot more tests than I even showed in the video. I just wanted to see what the best mic was for my situation, and I didn't find one. Sometimes what you got close to home is the best answer for anybody. What you already have, you gotta cherish and appreciate. So I think we're done here for today. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you duct taped your ears shut for the whole episode. Didn't even listen. You didn't even want to hear the results. You just wanted to see me act like a monkey. You piece of shit. What an ass. I do all this work. Don't even appreciate it. Okay, we're done here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. I faded it out. It's the subtle details in life. It's the subtle details. So bright. you don't care.